Just what styles you have got?
Yes. So when starting up a business with another person, you need to work out who they are, how they like to think, how they like to communicate. Definitely.
Who's going to do what?
Who's going to do what? What are our strengths and weaknesses between us? Yes.
Maybe some short code for an emergency, like, this has gone too far, I can't talk about it now, but, my side's losing it.
Yeah, well, some kind of communication plan, which may include codes and flags. But yeah, we need a communication plan, which often goes amiss in business, doesn't it? It's often the last thing we think about, but often the main thing that causes problems in any business is communication, miscommunication. So, considering that we don't necessarily know what type of thinker or communicator our business partner is, our staff are, our clients, our stakeholders, so what can we do? Send them all to get a HBDI profile, maybe? Practically speaking, though, what could we do?
My grandparents and parents have been in business for a long time, for about 50 years or so, and whatever employee they have come in, if there's even actually an interview process, they always do one of the Myers-Briggs.
Really?
At that point.
Yes.
So then they can establish how they fit into their organisation at that particular point in time. And they do, and they found that a really important tool for their particular business for
I think
a long
it's a great
time.
tool. Yeah. The only problem
Yeah.
is that just because you have an idea of what someone's profile is, just like Bach showed us, we don't necessarily know how they use that type of thinking.
They do other interview tools as well. That's just one of their tools. So.
And they reassess pretty regularly as well.
Yeah. So it's about, yes, it's giving us some clues, doesn't mean we know everything about that person or how they use their thinking. So the best we can do is incorporate all 4 styles into our communication plans. That way, we're meeting everyone's needs.
Yeah.
And we're presenting a much bigger picture. We're providing more information to everyone. So what? Our blue people, we want to know, what are we doing? What research and planning is it based on? What are the pros and cons, the cost benefits? What are the facts? You can use this in advertising and marketing as well. So you'll see different types of thinking being targeted in commercials and ads. Some of them are quite emotional, like your Kleenex tissues and stuff. And then others like cosmetics, they might have a lot of scientific data behind it, but then also have these beautiful people, that are appealing more to that right brain side. So you can use it in marketing, incorporate all 4 styles, then you're reaching a wider audience.
It's really important to do things like that. For example, he's reading the film review. His IT clients are probably reading the film review.
Yes.
And the IT section of the Australian, and it's all written in a certain style. So, when he's looking for new business, he needs to make sure that he answers a lot of those questions in any kind of editorial ads that he's placing. Equally, the event make stuff would have to have
the opposite,
both. It depends. If she was putting in something in Clio, for example, it would look completely different. And you have to tailor your message for the vehicle or the channel that you're using it for.
Yes. And the ideal scenario is we still incorporate all 4, because we just don't know. We just don't know. To incorporate our why, or our yellow quadrant, we want to include why we're doing this. So remember our arc. Why do you want me to build an arc? That's going to be important to some people. Why are we doing it this particular way? Why have we chosen this option? How will it all work and fit together? That's that synergy that the yellow likes. How does it all fit together as a whole? What's the vision? And what's the scope? How far can I explore before I'm going to be pulled in? Our green will be asking the question, how? How, when? When do you want me to get this arc done? Where's the manual? Where's the steps? Where's the procedure? I'll get it done. They're our implementers. So they want to know, what's the plan? What's the deadlines? The milestones? What are the steps? What resources are allocated at each stage? In a business meeting, these are the staff that will sit there and fall asleep when you're brainstorming and talking about things 2, 3, 5 years in the future. It's like, you know what, I really don't care. I don't want to be here. I have all this work to do. Just tell me what you need done and I'll get it done. Okay, so this is where again that yellow and the green can be at loggerheads. Then our red, they're our relationship, networking, communicators. Who? So who's responsible for each task? Who are the stakeholders? Who should we communicate to? How should we communicate so that we can meet all the different styles? And what's the best way to communicate with each stakeholder? Knowing that they're all different. How and when will we reward and recognise achievements? Okay, so that motivation is important in that red quadrant. Making people feel like they belong and they're part of this business is going to be really important. And who reports to who? Okay, so who's responsible? So in any communication plan, we want to include all of those things as much as we can. And then we're communicating with everyone. And that's the idea about this whole brain thinking. Any questions on that? As well as the content that we want to include for all the different styles, the way we deliver that content is going to vary with the different thinking styles as well. So our blue thinkers, they want to know that you are the expert. What makes you the expert in this? Who are you and why are you telling? How can I believe what you're saying? So again, you can incorporate this in your marketing. People will be thinking, how do I know to believe you that this is the best wine in the region, or that this is the type of wine I should have with my fish and whatever? Prove validity. Refer to research and use facts and statistics. Then you'll have them on board. Then they'll listen to you. Our yellow thinkers, provide pictures and metaphors. They like to think very symbolically. Okay, so our yellow thinkers like the idea of the ark, because it's completely out there, completely off the case study, but it helps me draw something completely random into another situation, which is a business case. I like thinking like that. Give them freedom to explore and brainstorm. Okay, so challenge their brain. Perhaps don't give them the whole answer. Just give them a taste. Show new ideas and concepts, show linkages to the big picture. How does this fit with the whole vision, the whole plan? So our green thinkers, what do you think, how do they like to be communicated to?
Practical, day to day. What do I need to do now?
Step by step. Give me the steps, give me the procedures. Provide information in an organised way. Chunk it logically. Demonstrate, provide examples. Okay, that's how you'll reach that green quadrant. Clear instructions and expectations. What is it you expect from me? Again, when you're dealing with staff, this is really important. With performance management, a lot of people complain about performance management. To some people, like our yellow thinkers, it's not that important if you do a PFA with me or not, a performance feedback agreement. To the green thinkers, yes, you will sit here and you will tell me exactly what it is you expect from me. So I know, so I can formulate in my head and I know what steps that I need to take and when I need to have things done by. So it's going to be really important to some staff. And the red, they just like communicating, just talk to them, include them, involve them, establish rapport, use all the different senses. Our red thinkers tend to use their hands a lot. They tend to be quite emotional and excitable, and they're the people that if you need an idea, if you need everyone involved in something, get your red thinkers excited because they'll bring everyone else along. Okay? Share and express and allow discussion. Okay, don't just tell them, you will build an ark, you will build it on this day to these specifications. It's like, why didn't you talk to me about this? I might have had some ideas. You know, they want to be included, they want to be involved, they want to talk about stuff, they want to discuss things.